All right, we're going to turn this over in just a minute to Hauntings, but first, I do have to recognize Eric and Ann Milford, or Ann McKeithen, and Eric Milford, who are here. They are former principals of Brown College. I would not be here today if it was not for them. They have laid the foundation for this wonderful institution that you all are part of. So I do want to recognize them. Please stand. Let's give you a round of applause. And they are very curious about the trees around Brown College because they've watched them grow up. Haven't you? Some of them.
Another one of the trees we planted on our wedding day.
All right. Do we have that one later?
Yes.
Most important. All right. Hauntings. Katie, it's your turn.
Okay,
And I will kill the lights.
we're gonna start by introducing ourselves. My name's Katie,
My name's Nicole.
I'm Megan.
and we're your Hauntings co-chairs, and we wanted to tell you guys what exactly Hauntings is and what you can do to help. So Hauntings has been a thing for over 25 years. A brief history: Hauntings used to be held in the tunnels of Brown, and people would go through and they'd scare them. But they had to stop that after there were some fire code issues. And then for a brief period, they used to use the elevator that's located behind the Hill House. We stopped that too, so now it's just on the hill, but it's still fantastic. So all proceeds of Hauntings go to charity. Last year and the year before, we raised over $8,000, and we're hoping to do that again this year. Our recipients are the Haven, which is a day shelter for homeless people. And then On Our Own, and that's their mission statement, to provide mutual support, help, self-help, advocacy, education, information, and referral services for individuals who acknowledge having significant problems in their lives due to mental illness and who are seeking to take responsibility for their own growth and recovery while supporting each other. We donated to the Haven last year and the year before, I believe, and they're a great organization. And this is our first year giving money to On Our Own, but we're really excited. And then we're also giving $1,000 to the philanthropy of the fraternity or sorority that brings the most people. And we're really hoping that brings in a lot of the Greek community to come to Hauntings. Do you guys want to talk about the theme this year?
Oh, sure. So the theme we chose for this year is Scary Tales. We're primarily focusing on the fact that it's going to be an intricate maze where you can get lost in the woods. So we're going to structure it and lay out it, make it a really tricky kind of creepy maze with various rooms of fairy tales and woods themes.
So Hauntings is made up of 14 rooms, and every room leader does their space, and we're looking to have 9 spaces of fairy tales and scary stuff pictured, and then 5 of the spaces are going to be just scary woods.
Hallway type things.
So this is what Hauntings looked like. This was the map last year. The names there are the room leaders. The big rectangles are giant tents on the hill, just to kind of get an idea of how we build it and stuff. And then we subdivide it with tarp and wood and duct tape and rope. But it looks pretty good in the end.
An interesting part about this year is we're hoping to include the colonnade. We're still working on the details of that, but that would add an extra tunnel into the maze, making it cooler.
Creepy bricks and stuff.
Creepy bricks.
So different ways you can help. Everyone pretty much helps build Hauntings. We start the Monday before the weekend, and you should be on the hill any spare moment you have during the week. But building is a really fun part of it. And then we're coming up with t-shirt ideas. You can be a room leader, you can act, you can be a guide, you can be a pusher or a plant, and then there's other help. And I'm gonna go through these all now. Okay, so Hauntings, we build it up and then we take it down within a week. It's all temporary. The way that we build it is that there's 4 large tents, and then you construct X-frames out of wood, and then you tape or you use rope to attach the X-frames to the tents. And then you take tarp and you attach it to the X-frames. And I feel it's important for you guys to know that, because before I was how do you just erect a haunted house? So so that's generally how we do it. And if you get on the hill, you'll see, and people will tell you what to do and stuff. Being a room leader, so you submit an idea for a room on the form that we'll send out, and then you get to buy props for your room, get actors for your room, and some people have scripts. So you'll go in and Alex Aberman, who was our Pooh Bah last year, had a room, and his is like a mad scientist, and he like introduced like, this is our monster, and then like he scared people. I think being a room leader is like the most fulfilling way you can do hauntings. So if, like, you're ready to put in the work, you should totally do it. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that?
I would just say,
Megan was a room leader
personally,
last year.
I've been a room leader for 2 years, and it's been awesome. I didn't think I was the type of person who would love to do that, but I am, and I really like doing it, and I'm a co-chair, and it's like the best thing. And I'd say the other thing about being a room leader is if you just have like an idea, but you don't want to lead a room, you can also just submit your idea. So we have a form which is, do you want to be a room leader? Okay, tell us your idea, if you want specific people, if you want this or that. But then we also have, if you don't want to be a room leader, give us your idea and we'll match it up with someone who does want to lead a room who doesn't have an idea.
Yeah. And then actors are people that work in the maze. You get dressed up and you scare people. There's an actor pictured. And usually you like pick a room leader to work with, and they'll tell you like what they want you to do or stuff like that. And they're like the lifeblood of hauntings. Like, and then we have guides, which is kind of unique for a haunted house. There's Brian Walter, looking like Willy Wahoo. And guides take a group of about 8 people through the maze, and we do that kind of like to pace them, and also to like make sure they stay in the room if like the room has like a spiel or something. And they also like make funny jokes, and I think they kind of add a lot to the experience.
Oh yeah.
Guides love being guides. If you're into acting or like anything like that, you should totally try it, or let us know that you want to be a guide and fill out the form and stuff. Pushers and plants. So pushers are people that they go behind the groups and they make sure that like people aren't like lingering behind. And then plants are people that join the group and they just like act like they're going to like see the maze, and then like people in the room will like kill them somehow.
Drag them out and kill them.
Yeah, which is really cool if you're not like expecting it. And sometimes pushers become plants, like, so, and you don't have to dress up to do that, but like, it's a very important role.
It's an important role, and even if like you're not into acting, this is a great way to still contribute,
Yeah.
because you're still in the maze, you're pushing people through, and you're like, enjoy this.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
And you get to watch people get scared.
And rooms always want plants.
Yeah.
So
Always.
there's
Yes.
always extra space for plants.
And then there's a bunch of other jobs that we need. We need people that sell tickets, people that like rip the tickets when you get to the front of the line. We need 2 fire marshals, so I'll probably send out an email about that, which is just people that like know where the fire extinguishers are and like stuff like that. If you have any other special skills, like you really like makeup, or you're like into costume design, or you can edit music or anything like that, we want to know too. And there's a spot in the form for like miscellaneous, like helping with haunting stuff. That's just more stuff on the theme. I already said that. So on the weekend of hauntings, you just like show up at the hill and we'll like tell you where to go and like what to do. Just so you know, Sally Brown Reading Room is like dedicated to hauntings for like the whole week of, and that's kind of like where a lot of people hang out, just so you know like where the space is. Okay, and these are the forms that we keep referencing, and should I pull them up so that people can see them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So if you want to be a room leader, it'll take you here. You give us your name, your email. Yes, I want to be a room leader. Oh. And then you give an idea like of what your room is going to be, how it fits into the theme, what you need to create your room. Do you have like friends that you know that you want to act in it? And then if you want to use the colonnade, or if you want to have the last room, let us know. The last room is cool because you have to kill the guide every year. Last year, I think we dragged the guide behind like a screen, and then they like roped up a dummy that was supposed to be like killing the guide. So that's always fun.
Penny for the guy.
Huh?
Penny for the guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
An interesting thing for this year as well, we're not sure if we can work it in yet, but for the ending, we may have a special room where there's 2 different endings that people can choose. Just keep that in mind. It's awesome.
And then there's a second form for acting, being a guide, and other ways you want to contribute. Are there any questions?
All right. That was all the round of applause. Thank you. Questions? Is there something pressing that you would definitely like to ask them right at this point? All right, you know where they live. Go find them.
We're gonna
You know where
send
the
out
forms are?
an email later today with all the forms and stuff.
Excellent, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming in. This is great. I know you're gonna have a great response. First years, go to it. You'll love it.